जाने समझे ज्ञान वास्तु शास्त्र का, पृथ्वी अग्नि जल वायु स्थान कहाँ आकाश का।
ओम वास्तु पुरुषाय नमो नमः।
खुद ही समझो खुद ही जानो, कहता है क्या भला।
So it is best for bedrooms only.
It is best for bedrooms only, right?
Okay.
Again, this is the corner of Uranus. I had told you that this is Uranus, this is the devil, and this is Jupiter. This is the God. It is the job of the God to give you progress. It is the job of the Uranus, the devil, to give you problems. So when you are not sleeping here, he takes hold of this room. He takes charge of this room. And the moment he takes charge of this room, he says, this is my house. And he says, because this is my house, I'll do what I want.
Yeah.
And my job is to give problems. So I'll give problems to this family.
And the devil becomes more powerful.
And the devil becomes more powerful.
Okay.
So my friends, you have to use your southwest with wisdom. You have to use your southwest with a lot of force. You have to sleep here so that the devil does not come and start sleeping here, start staying here. That is the science. You keep it vacant, you don't sleep here, the devil gets in.
Okay. So that needs to be conquered before the devil conquers. All right.
We are going to discuss the extensions and dismemberments of southwest and how they affect your health, wealth, prosperity, how
The consequences, basically.
the consequences of the extensions and dismemberments of the southwest corner.
Okay, so continuing with the southwest corner, Mr. Gyani, can you please explain us this map?
Yes, Shivani, I would like to explain it to my viewers. This diagram is about the human body that sleeps on your floor of the house or warehouse or hospital or wherever. You know, wherever there is construction, this human body is sleeping on your floor inverted. I have kept it straight because I want you to understand the eyes and the lips and the nose and the shoulders and the way he sleeps. But actually he sleeps inverted on the floor. Now, here you can see that in this diagram, the south of this is the south direction and this corner is the southwest corner. Now what you can see is that the south of southwest corner has been extended, and therefore the feet of this human body is also extending and is going out of the frame of the house. Similarly, in this diagram here, you can see that there is an extension of west of southwest, and his feet are extending towards the west part of the main frame of the house. So now I am going to explain to you on the blackboard that what these extensions mean and how they affect your health and how they affect your prosperity and progress also. The very fact that the extension of southwest means an extension of the devil. So what you have done is you have extended the devil part. So I am going to explain to you what are the implications of these extensions, precisely the southwest extension, which are supposed to be the most bad extensions that can happen to your house, and therefore that can happen in your life.
Because that's the most powerful corner of the house.
That is the corner of the devil, and if you give an extension to the devil,
negativity.
You have given extension to the
negativity.
So the negativity is going to charge on you. But how they charge on you when it is in west of southwest, or how they charge on you when it is in south of southwest, that is what we are going to discuss. So we'll remove these diagrams. The only purpose of using this diagram was to make you understand that the feet is extended either in the south or in the west.
All right.
You can see here, my friends, that this area should have been like this, but because the plot has been extended in the south of southwest, it is an extension of the south of southwest. Or the plot should have been like this, or the building should have been like this, but it has been extended like this in the south of southwest. It is possible that you had a dining area here and a patio over here with an opening sliding folding door over here, and you made your patio over here, and as a result you have extended that south of southwest part of your house. It is possible that your garage is here, your entry is from here, and this garage part is an extended part of southwest in your house. It is also possible that you have made an extra toilet bathroom in the house, and this becomes your extended part. It is also possible that you made a storeroom and this becomes your extended south of southwest. Whatever the reason, whether it is in the plot or it is in the building, if your south of southwest gets extended, then it means that you are going to face cops, you are going to face court, or a wrong partner in business, or life partner, wrong life partner in business, in life, in marriage, or you may have a son-in-law who is very, very negative, or you may have a daughter-in-law who is very, very negative. But somebody comes in your life, one such person with whom you cannot disconnect yourself. You have to be connected. If there's a partner in business and he happens to be cheating on you, the business is there, you are a partner, and you cannot walk out of that business. So you have to do with him. If you are married to somebody and that person is not proper, is a very negative person, you can't help it, you have to do with it. If one of your son-in-law is like that, you can't help it, or if your daughter-in-law is like that, you can't help it. Or you have to see the cops, or you have to go to the courts. So this extension means these things. That means you have to, it is a very pathetic situation to go to the cops, it is a very pathetic situation to go to the court. For even if you have not done any wrong, you will have to go to the court. Even if you have not done anything wrong, you will have to go to the police station.
So you can't help it even if you are dying to help yourself.
You cannot help it. You have to go. I mean, this extension and this extension is going to put you into a situation that you cannot swallow it and you cannot gulp it. Right? That is a type of situation you are going to face. And it is not going to be a very happy situation. So whenever you have an extension of south of southwest, then you must understand that these things are you are going to face these things. Maybe a very bad partner in office, maybe a very bad boss in the office. If you are working, a very bad boss. If you are in government, there can be a small case against you, litigation. We don't call it a court case, we call it litigation. So there is a departmental inquiry which says show cause notice to you.
Okay.
Right, that please show the cause why we should not punish you for X, Y, Z actions that you have taken. And you may have never taken those actions. There may be false complaints by your colleagues and you have to face that situation. So these are the things that will happen to you if you have an extension of south of southwest. So what do you do to correct it? You have to put a copper wire or a silver wire from here to here and delete it. You may use this, but by putting a wire here underground, you are going to delete this portion and make the Vastu man, the human body, sleep very nicely into a square or a rectangle. Or even when you have an extension like this, you can put a copper wire 6.25 mm or a silver wire in the floor. You have to cut with a cutting machine, put the wire there and then seal it. So this extension is gone. Let us talk about west of southwest. The extension of west of southwest, I call it drainage. What do I call it? I call it drainage. So drainage of what? Drainage of all your resources over a period of 15 years. The extension of west of southwest is a very, very misguiding factor. Supposingly you have done an extension like this. So what has happened is that this is south, this is west, this is southwest. So what we say, this is west of southwest. That was south of southwest. Or maybe your plot is like this or your house is like this. Right. So what you have done is you have extended the west of southwest either in your building or in your plot. Right. Now this is a very misguiding factor. The way it functions is like this. I will show you. Supposingly this is the zero line. right? This is neutral line. So this extension of west of southwest, why I call it misguiding force? Because it keeps on misguiding you, and it gives the result after 15 years of staying in this house. How it gives the result, I will tell you. It gives you an upward progress, then it gives you downwards, it gives you upward, downwards, upward, downwards, upward, downwards. Every time you go from here to here to here to here to here to here,
You have to face.
so you think, oh, it's about my luck. It's always going down and up. Actually, it is not luck. It is a misguiding factor. This will always misguide you because this is Uranus. This is devil. This has to misguide you to bring you down forever. Now, what happens is every 2.5 years you see this upward trend, and every 2.5 years you see this downward trend. But now your salary or your business has a capacity. It cannot go beyond this. The profits and the turnover cannot go beyond an X amount.
It has a specific
Now-
duration.
Yeah. So now what happens is the gap has become so big that your business or your job does not have the capacity to fill this gap. So this gap becomes so big, so wide that there is no chance that you will fill it up. So even if you are making say $20,000 every month, and your interest is $22,000 every month, that means you are not even paying your interest. You are running short by $2,000 of the interest. When are you going to fill the capital? When are you going to pay the capital? So you are into a mess. Now your business, even if you do the best of it, it
Yeah.
cannot cope up with the gap that you already done, that you have created. So you are into a mess. You have to sell your house, you have to sell your car, you have to sell everything. But it is not only about finances. When I say drainage of resources, means over a period of 15 years, friends have stopped coming here, relatives have stopped coming here, neighbors have stopped coming, health has gone down, money has gone down, interpersonal relationship in the family have gone down. Everybody is not living for the family, everybody is living for his own self, because they know that the boat in which they are traveling is going to sink. So everybody is looking for their own safety.
So they become mean.
So they become mean. They think of only themselves. So this is a misguiding factor. Only after 15 years your eyes will open and you will say, oh my goodness, I've got nothing now. I don't have a friend, I don't have a relative, I don't have neighbors coming in, I don't have my wife, my children supporting me, I don't have the health, and I don't have the business. So you are stuck with loneliness, and you have to face all your problems by yourself,
All alone.
all alone, right? So my dear friends, put a wire here, and make sure that such a situation does not come up in your life. I don't want anybody on this earth to face a situation where he is stuck alone with nothing. And therefore this program, the idea of this program is to educate everybody about the source of the problem. Once you know the source of the problem, you can hit the problem. If you don't know the source of the problem, then you are like somebody who is going to buy a packet of cigarette in a store where they sell only clothes. You are going to buy liquor in a store where they sell only medicines. So you are not going to get it. So if you are running around here and there to find out from where my problem is coming, you will never come to know from where your problem is coming. You must know that it is your house that gives you 90% of the progress, or it is your house that gives you 90% of your troubles.
So instead of beating around the bush, it's better to find the source.
You have to identify your house on this blackboard and correct it yourself, by yourself, and be a peaceful, happy person. Now, when we showed you this, the diagram where that human body had an extended feet, what does it mean? How does it give you health problem? All those people on this earth, all those people on this planet who have got pain in the ankle, pain in the feet, they take medicines. They actually don't take medicines, they only take painkillers. because any amount of medicine is not going to help them with that pain. It is only the painkillers that will give them some relief till the time they take that.
It's a temporary cure.
Yeah, take that painkiller. So, if you have pain in the ankle, if you have pain in the feet, it is because the legs of the Vastu man, if the legs of the human body that sleeps on the floor has been extended. Now, if you are sleeping on the floor, and if I stretch your feet for 1 minute, it is okay, you will like it. But if I keep it stretched for 15 years, you are not going to like it. And that is going to create pain to him, and therefore to one in the house. Because it is he who is indicating, it is he who is telling you that, look, see, you have extended my feet for last 7 years, last 15 years. Now this is giving me pain. I cannot bear it. Please do something. But how does he tell you? He has to tell you by giving pain to somebody in the family.
It's a part of you.
It is you. That human body is you.
Okay.
So, my friends, this I tell this with a lot of responsibility, that all the people on this planet who have that pain in that feet is because of either extension in the west of southwest, or extension in the south of southwest, or if there is a depression in the southwest. That means that if this is your house and so much area in your house is -2 feet or -6 inches or -1 feet, this is a zero level, right? But you take 2 steps here down and reach this part of the house. Again, what happens is this human body that is sleeping here has got his feet down. So that is also not, he is not comfortable. Or if this is +2 feet, again it is 2 feet up. It's like you are sleeping on your bed and there are 2 pillows, you are sleeping inverted on your bed, and your mom keeps 2 pillows on your feet and tell you, sleep with those 2 pillows on the feet.
Yeah.
You know, how can you sleep? If you cannot sleep, he cannot sleep. Or if your mummy tells you that up to the knee or up to this part of the body, you have to sleep on the bed, and the rest of your body has to be limping, clinging down to the bed. How can you sleep? You cannot sleep. How can he sleep? So there is going to be some pain somewhere, because I am talking about 7 years and 15 years. So he can bear it for 7 years or he can bear it for 15 years. But after that he is going to complain.
It's unbearable then.
It becomes unbearable for him. You may sleep for 2 days or 3 days like that. After all, you are going to complain to Mama, Mama, I can't sleep like this. Why are you telling me to sleep like this? I am going to sleep fully on the bed.
Yeah. True.
Get me?
Yes.
So 90% of the illnesses that you have today, 90% of the illnesses that human beings have today is because of the wrong construction in the house. Because this human body that sleeps in your house is not happy with your design. You put your staircases wherever you want, you put your bathrooms wherever you want. It's not so, it should never be so.
Yes, Mr. Gyani, it's an amazing science. I mean, hunting around, for solutions is better to, follow Vastu and get a basic cause of the problem.
That's what I'm saying. You have to hit the problem. Unless and until you hit the problem, you don't know the solution. So you have to find out from where the problem is coming, the source of the problem, the root of the problem. So most of the problems that you face, that the root of those problems is in your house only. It's like the house is talking to you, but we cannot listen to the house.
Yes, it's an amazing science. It actually helps you to communicate with your house.
Yes. So now once you know that the various combinations, orientations of the house, you will really know that what this house is saying.
So
we have the expertise now. We just go into a house, or we don't even go into a house. There are times when we just see the house from the road, from the car, and we say this gentleman must be facing this problem. I remember in one of the cities, a friend of mine, he was driving me to his office. On the way, he just showed me one office. He said, can you see that office? I said, yeah, I can see that office. He says, what do you say about that office? I said, this guy is going to go down some point of time in life. Okay. He will go into a dip. He says he can never go into a dip.
Okay.
He says he can never go into a dip because this guy is the richest in our city.
Okay.
But 2 years down the line, that friend of mine who was driving me, he called me up and said, Mahesh, you were right. I said, what happened? Do you remember I showed you office while we were driving to my office? I showed you in the office and you said that this guy will go into a dip, and I said he can never go into a dip because he's the richest guy in the town and he's such a huge businessman. He can never go. How can you even say that? He said he's gone into a dip. I said, I don't remember if you had showed me something or if I had said something. I don't remember really. But he says, but I remember because I was shocked when you said so, because there were no chances of that guy going into a dip.
But it actually happened.
And it actually happened, and 2 years down the line he calls me and says he actually went into the dip and he's almost on the road.
Oh my God. That's
So-
amazing.
So we can tell like this from the house itself. Thank you so much. We'll take up northwest corner in a while.
आओ जाने समझे ज्ञान वास्तु शास्त्र